Welcome back to Basic Mathematics. In this video, we're going to be looking at solving two-step equations. Previously, we've looked at the additive property of equality and the multiplicative property of equality, and we've seen how those two properties can each be used on their own in order to get a variable by itself to determine the value of the solution to the equation. In this video, we're going to be looking at equations that involve both addition and multiplication, where you have to pay attention to carefully using both of the rules in tandem in order to solve the equation. So without further ado, I'm going to get my head out of the way and dive right in. Let's take a look at the equation. Three x plus 5 equals 20. There are two operations going on the left-hand side. There is addition and multiplication. According to the order of operations, the first thing we need to do is multiply 3 times x. Then after that, we add that value plus 5. When you are solving an equation, I want you to think about it as undoing the arithmetic. So we want to undo multiplying by 3 and adding by 5 so that we can get x by itself. And if we want to undo something, we have to work backwards. And for that reason, addition is the first thing we can get rid of. We take our 3x plus 5 and we subtract 5. We take our 20 and we subtract 5 on that side of the equation as well. Plus 5 minus 5 is 0. 20 minus 5 is 15, and anything plus 0 is that thing. So now we have the equation 3x equals 15. Now we are down to just one operation. We have x multiplied by 3. To get x by itself, we have to undo multiplying by 3 in the form of dividing by 3. 3 divided by 3, of course, is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. And 1 times x is x, giving us that x equals 5 is the solution to this equation. One place to be careful of in trying to solve two-step equations is pay attention to how subtraction is set up in the problem. For example, consider the problem (9 minus 2x equals 23). There is subtraction in this problem, so your first instinct might be to get rid of subtraction by adding. But in this case, it doesn't quite work because we will need to get rid of that 9, and that 9 is positive. I actually find that it's convenient to rewrite my subtraction as addition, so I can see that this is 9 plus negative 2x. And what I need to do is add negative 9 to both sides of the equation. Negative 9 plus 9 is 0. Negative 9 plus 23 is 14. 0 plus anything is that thing. Now we are down to one more step. We have some multiplication going on. To get rid of multiplication, we divide. -2 divided by -2 is 1. 14 divided by -2 is -7. And 1 times anything is that thing. So I get that x equals -7 is the solution to this equation. Let's take a look at one more. Five plus 3x over 8 is equal to 9. In this particular circumstance, it's not just 2 operations, it's 3 operations on the left-hand side. We have multiplication, we have addition, we have division. So once again, I have to think about this in terms of the order of operations. If I knew the value of x, the first thing I would do is multiply that number times 3. Then I would take that number and add it to 5. I would take the result of that and divide by 8. And so, in order to solve this equation, I need to work through those steps backwards. The first thing that I would do is divide by 8. So the first thing I have to undo is get rid of divide by 8 by multiplying by 8. Dividing by 8 and multiplying by 8 cancel each other out. So we are left with just 5x plus 3 on that left-hand side. On the right-hand side, 9 times 8 is 72. I wrote that backwards. It's not 5x plus 3, it's 5 plus 3x. Always double check your work. Always look back to the line before, make sure that things are making sense. Stupid copy errors like that happen all the time. But from here, I want to get x by itself. I've got the 5, I've got the 3. 5 being added is the thing on the outside. So I need to add a -5 to both sides of this equation. When I do that, I'm left with 3x. See, 72 minus 5 is 67. And then divide both sides of this equation by 3. Gives me that x is 67 over 3. And if you want to leave your answer as an improper fraction, we're good to go there. If you like mixed numbers, that's the same thing as 22 and a third. Again, as always, pay attention to what the problem says. Some problems will specify that they want the answer as a mixed number. Some problems will specify they want the answer as an improper fraction. Some problems won't specify, and in those cases, it generally doesn't matter. All right. So that's all I have for you in this video. As always, take a look at the suggested practice problems, see what you can do with that, and I'll see you in the next video.